Millionaire catches black maid breastfeeding his baby, then he makes a shocking decision. He pushed open the nursery door and froze. His black maid was holding his baby, not rocking him, but breastfeeding him. The woman he barely spoke to was feeding his son like he was her own. His first instinct? Fire her. His second? Ask why his baby only smiled in her arms. But what he discovered about her past and his future would flip his entire world upside down. This isn't just a story about a maid. It's about love, grief, and the decision that shocked an entire nation. Welcome. Story lovers, drop your city name in the comments and hit like. After his wife tragically passed away during childbirth, David Langford, an ultra-wealthy tech investor, was left shattered, cradling a newborn he had no idea how to raise. He lived alone in his glass mansion high above Los Angeles, drowning in grief and silence. Desperate, he hired a full-time live-in maid and nanny, a quiet black woman named Aisha who came with glowing references. She'd lost a child of her years ago, but never spoke of it. David barely noticed her presence. She kept the house immaculate, cared for baby Noah with unmatched tenderness, and never overstepped her bounds. Life became a monotonous rhythm. Silence, money, diapers, grief. But late one night, David couldn't sleep. He wandered to the nursery, and what he saw through the slightly open door made his blood freeze. Aisha was cradling Noah to her chest, breastfeeding him. It wasn't anger he felt, it was something far more complicated. David stood in the doorway, stunned. His mind raced. Was this maternal instinct, or a violation of trust? The image shook him, but instead of confronting her, he quietly backed away. The next day, he couldn't look her in the eye. His wealthy friends had warned him. Be careful who you let into your home. He began watching more closely. Every interaction, every touch. And yet, Noah seemed calmer around Aisha than he'd ever been with David. The baby stopped crying when she held him. He slept longer and laughed more. Still, the unspoken racial divide lingered. One night at a gala, David mentioned the incident to an old friend who reacted with disgust. You're letting her act like she owns that baby? You don't even know where she's from. That night, David returned home conflicted. He searched Aisha's room, found a tiny photo of baby boy, no older than Noah. On the back, Isaiah 2020, she had lost a child. Breastfeeding Noah wasn't betrayal, it was grief colliding with compassion, but word spread. A neighbor's nanny saw and gossiped about it. Soon, whispers of inappropriate behavior reached David's corporate board. Reporters lurked near his gates. Investors threatened to pull out. Now, David had a choice. Fire her and save face, or tell the world why he was letting a black woman give his son the love he couldn't. 3. The board meeting was packed, cameras flashing outside. David stood before the men in suits, their eyes cold with judgment. You've let this go too far, one said. The optics are damaging. David rose. Calm, clear. That woman saved my son's life. She didn't steal from us, she gave him what I couldn't. The room fell silent. Later that evening, David called a press conference. He didn't deny the rumors. He confirmed them and more. I trusted a grieving mother with my grieving child, and she gave him peace. Race doesn't define love. Humanity does. The backlash was swift. So was the support, but Aisha? She watched the broadcast, tears in her eyes finally seen, not as a servant, but as a mother. Dear audience, if you're enjoying the story, don't forget to give it a like, it helps. David didn't lose investors. He lost the ones who never valued people over profits. The rest doubled down. His story went viral, sparking debates on race, class, and the unseen labor of women like Aisha. She didn't want fame, just peace, but she got something she never expected: dignity. David offered her a new position, not as a maid, but as Noah's official guardian while he worked. Aisha accepted. In a country where black women are often overlooked, questioned, or erased, Aisha's story broke through, not because she shouted, but because someone finally listened. How many stories like hers are silenced before they're heard? How many lives could be changed if we just stopped to see each other? Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories and new videos. Take care.